Hi, it's Reed Floren, and I've got my friend Ty Cohen on the line. Ty, are you there?
Yes, I am. How are you, Reed?
Oh, pretty good. And yourself?
Doing great, doing great.
Awesome. For those that are listening, they might not know your whole story. Can you tell them a little bit about yourself and how you got involved in internet marketing?
Yeah, absolutely. I started about 10 years ago with internet marketing. I actually started with collectibles. I used to collect classic G.I. Joes, like from the 60s and 70s and things like that. And it was a personal hobby of mine. And I got to the point where I was spending more money than I was actually making. So I had about $60,000 worth of G.I. Joes that were actually in my garage. And my wife gave me an ultimatum. She says, either the G.I. Joes go or you go. So I needed to find a way to get rid of them. And I ended up posting some on eBay, just totally got rid of a lot of them. And I found out that, the internet has such a massive reach. You're not restricted to the people that are just in your city, your state, your local area. You have just a massive amount of reach potential that's there. So that pretty much intrigued me. And at the time, I was also into music, so I started to put up a few music-related products that help musicians not run the music end of their careers, but that helped them focus more on the business side of their careers. And I started to do very well with that, as a matter of fact, because it happens to be that, there wasn't many people that were providing that type of a service. And from there, it just took off and then went into other products and different markets and testing different industries.
That's pretty cool. To go from the G.I. Joes to the music, and now I know you do a lot of stuff on Kindle.
Yeah, absolutely. So now here's the transition, right? So like when I first started, just becoming aware of how much of just a massive audience the internet itself had. Then a few years ago, just stumbling upon the Kindle platform and seeing that Amazon itself was like its own little community within this internet community, right?
Hmm.
And it again, just massive reach. It's a huge amount of traffic that you're able to put yourself in front of. Amazon alone gets 20 million customers a day. Not just visitors. That's just not people visiting the site, but 20 million customers a day.
Wow.
So that's another thing that just totally blew me away. And I said to myself, so here's the thing. I don't consider myself to be an expert marketer. But what I am good at is being able to find where the traffic is and just being able to position myself in front of that traffic and hoping that I get hit, right? Normally we run out into traffic. We don't want to get hit, but in this case, I'm trying to run into these 18-wheelers and into the trucks and into the cars and things like that. So yeah, 20 million people a day that are buying. Okay, and it's pretty easy with Amazon because they make it extremely easy. I don't know if you have a Kindle device or if you've purchased on Amazon. Chances are you probably have. And
Yeah, I read some stuff on my iPad.
okay, so there you go. You see how easy they make it for you, right? You find out about a book, like I might recommend something to you, and all you have to do is you pick up your iPad, you scroll over to the book or you search for it, and then you hit purchase. You don't have to go in and enter your credit card number. You don't have to enter your shipping, your billing address. Chances are they have all of that information
It's a little too
already
easy.
in place. Dude, and that's by design. It's super easy. As a matter of fact, so I like to tell people that Amazon has done something incredible, and that is they've mastered the art of impulsive buying. So they've trained us to become impulsive with our buying. If you mention a book to me, the first thing I'll do is I'll pick up. I don't have a Kindle device, right? That's kind of weird. I'm making all of this money on Kindle, but I don't own a Kindle. But I do have a Samsung Galaxy that has a Kindle application on it. So if you mentioned the book to me, hey, Ty, I just read Think and Grow Rich, and if it's something I don't have, chances are, because I'm so impulsive with it and I've been conditioned by Amazon to, be familiar with their ease of purchasing system, I'll pick up my device and go in, scroll for that book, and buy it. And I literally have dozens of books, probably like you, the listener that's listening to this, you probably have books, e-books on your devices that you haven't even read yet, or that you haven't fully read yet. Because again, we're so conditioned to be able to go in and purchase. Here's something else, another stat that you'll probably appreciate, and that is that Amazon is one of the world's #1 credit card holders. Amazon, and then you have like Apple, of course, and then you have Google with the Android app marketplace. But Amazon has close to 300 million credit card numbers on file.
Jeez.
So they've perfected this system, to a T.
It sounds like it. So what all are you doing with Kindle besides buying?
Besides buying, so here's the thing now, I'm publishing a ton of ebooks to Kindle, and I shouldn't say a ton, I've got a good amount that are up there, but just, making a ton of money with it. I'm now at the point where I'm doing just under $40,000 a month publishing ebooks to Kindle, and the reason why I'm able to do so well with it is, again, it's because there's that market that's there. It's global. Amazon gives you the ability to publish your ebooks almost in the format where it's so basic and so simple that anyone can do it. My 14-year-old daughter does it, and she makes about $5,000 a month. She fluctuates with what
Nice.
she does, and they've designed, again, they put a lot of thought into the system to the point where they've designed it so much so that anyone can do it. They want you to actually provide content to their readers, as long as it's high quality, good content. No PLR stuff, obviously, no spam, no articles stringing, no public domain stuff, none of that crap. But if you are able to provide good, high quality content, Amazon will give you the platform to do so. Not only will they give you the platform, but they'll also, they'll handle things like the order taking, right?
Hmm.
Which you don't have to order. You normally have to do that if you have your own website. They'll handle the fulfillment, so they'll provide the product to the customer once that transaction is made. They'll handle customer service issues, so you don't have to worry about that. You also don't have to worry about having a merchant account and any of the the fees and things that are associated with trying to obtain a merchant account, or jumping through those hoops. They'll handle basically everything. So if someone has a return, they'll handle that, the refunds and everything else. So your primary responsibilities are uploading quality content and receiving your royalty checks from Amazon. That's pretty much it. And then if you want to go beyond that, you can go in and start to market your ebooks. When I first started, I my first year I was to the point where I was doing 10,000 plus a month, and that was after me doing it for about 8, 9 months or so. And I really didn't do any marketing outside of Amazon. You know, it
That's really
wasn't.
impressive.
Yeah, so it wasn't until actually recently, until the beginning of this year, when I really started to market outside of Amazon. And it's just a beautiful situation to be in, because you now have the leverage of the Amazon marketplace, and you're applying your marketing skills. If you're listening to this audio, there's a good chance that you have some internet marketing background skills. You know how to drive traffic. That might be through AdWords, or it might be through Facebook or Twitter or whatever, press releases, just social media in general. And, drive that traffic over to Amazon and use it to your advantage.
Now, I would think a few of the people that are listening might be a little bit afraid to write their own book. What do you go into writing a book? How do you do your first book on Kindle? Is it a nonfiction book, a fiction book? How long should it be? Things
So
like that.
here's that's a great question. Here's the thing. So when it comes to number one, being intimidated by writing, there's no one that's more of a worse writer than I am. Okay, so if you're listening to this, I can almost guarantee you that you're a better writer than I am. All right, I don't even know you, but I can guarantee you. Listen, you're talking to a guy who failed English 101 not once, but twice. I was mastering failing English 101. All right, so long story short, you can probably tell that I don't like to write my content. When I first started, I wrote the first 3 ebooks that I published to Amazon, and I saw that they sold, and I said, you know what? If this stuff sells, my content that I wrote sells, imagine what something that someone who really enjoys writing, someone who, is just a master at the art of writing, can do for myself. So I went out and I put together a system that allows you to go in and be able to, hire outsourcers to write your content. So now I'm at the point where what I'll do is I'll go do the market research, I'll create an outline, and I'll hand that outline over to my writers, and I'll say, here, this is what I want this ebook to contain. These 10 steps, these 12 steps, make sure that, you cover this subject, make sure you answer this question, make sure you cover this objection. Or, if I'm having one of my outsourcers write a novel for me, I might give them some ideas on the characters. Now, when it's, a romance novel or a mystery or something like that, I usually don't provide too much input, because I'll find people that are already writers, that already have, some type of a background in writing mystery novels and enjoy that. So very great at character development and that type of stuff and creating the plots. So I'll pretty much leave that in their hands. I'll ask them to provide me with a sample of their writing, give me a synopsis of what the story is going to be about, and then I might suggest, a few changes there.
Now, I would think some people might be afraid to outsource. Is that pretty expensive to have a book done that way, or is that reasonable?
It is pretty reasonable. Again, I've created a system that will allow you to go in and step by step follow my processes. So you'll be able to see exactly what I do. And now I get my ebooks outsourced for less than $100. So I'm spending between $50 to $100. So on average, $50, $75 to $100. Now, it wasn't always that way when I first started. I'll be honest with you. My first ebook that I had outsourced cost me $600. It hurts me now to even think about that because at that price, I could have had 6 ebooks or more created for me had I known then what I know now. So it's really possible for you to go in and get some good material from good writers, from people that are here in the U.S. that know how to write, that are just, especially now in today's economy, right? You've got people that need jobs.
There's a lot of people that need a side job right now.
Absolutely. I mean, so it's pretty much a win-win for them. You'll get someone that enjoys writing, and they're getting paid for it.
This sounds pretty awesome. I mean, it sounds like you can basically have a team of people creating a bunch of different books for you really inexpensively, and you can start making a nice residual income off of Amazon.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And the thing is, it's only getting bigger. So it's going to grow more and more and more. I know a lot of people are probably wondering right now, well, is the opportunity still there? Because sometimes we wonder, did we hit this thing too late, or am I just getting in at the tail end of this? Well, here's the thing. The growth of mobile devices, as well as more and more people going in and purchasing Kindle devices and tablets and all of these other mobile devices that you can use to read ebooks, it's just getting larger and larger. So here's some more stats for you. By 2013, just the Amazon Kindle Fire alone, right, they're projecting that there will be close to 25 million units sold in just the year 2013. And then if you go up to 2014, that number is expected to grow to 27.8 million. Now, that's just the Kindle Fire. Amazon has different versions of the Kindle device. There's the basic Kindle, and then there's the basic Kindle Fire, and then there's the newer Kindle Fire HD devices that they just released. Now, so that's the Kindle Fire. Now, when you get into tablets, which people can also go in and purchase your ebooks from, right? That's the way I read my ebooks, is on my Samsung Galaxy tablet. For the year 2015, they're projecting that there's going to be over 300 million tablet devices sold just in that year alone.
Jeez.
So it's continuously growing, more and more and more. And I think right now we're really just at the very beginning of this. All right, Amazon is the number one e-tailer in the world. So they're the number one e-tailer, and they actually sell 5 times as much product as Walmart.com, Target.com, and Buy.com combined. Okay,
wow.
So massive growth there, guys.
That's awesome. And it only sounds like it's going to get a lot better. So, I mean, it sounds like we're really at the beginning stage, and people really need to learn how to do this. So where can they learn more?
Sure. So if you're interested in learning more about this, we have a website where you can actually go in and take a look at a video. And that site is www.kindle, Kindle, cash, cash, flow, flow.com/RF as in read Floren. So /R as in read, F as in Floren.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ty. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this call. And I know everyone listening needs to take action on this and start doing Kindle ebooks, because that's where a lot of money is going. That's where a lot of people are spending money online, and it's so easy to make money using this system.
It definitely is. And guys, just to, if you're sitting on a fence and you're thinking about this, let me just show you, put it in perspective as to how easy this is. There's really just a 3-step process that's required, right? And step 1 is to determine what you want to write your ebook about, or what you want to have your ebook outsourced about, right? And that's basically, what topic do you want to have it written about? It might be your life story, so you might want to create an autobiography, or it might be some type of personal development title, or whatever it is. All right, so that's step 1. Step 2 is to go in and have your content created. All right, you go in and either you can have it outsourced to someone or you can write it yourself. And there's a few other ways of getting it created as well. And in this video that you'll find at the site that I just gave you, you'll find another way that you can have it created. And then the third way is to just go in and publish it to Amazon's platform, publish it to their KDP platform, and I'll show you how to do that as well when you watch this video. And after that, it's pretty much a straightforward recurring revenue model. All right, you go in and you rinse and repeat. You rinse and repeat. You add another ebook, and think about this, guys. These things become their own revenue stream. So each ebook that you upload, you only have to upload it one time, and Amazon can sell one copy of that ebook, or they can sell 10 copies, or they can sell 10,000 copies off of that one unit that you upload to their site. And then after that, you continue to do it over and over and over again if you want to.
That's awesome.
All right, so there we go. Hey, Reed, this was fun. I appreciate you having me, and anytime, brother, let's do it.